Take them or leave them, but by 2020, the millennials will make up a third of all adults in the United States.
You may know one, millennials lacking life skills like cooking, budgeting, or time management.
They're not interested in owning a house.
Many millennials say buying a home these days is just not an option.
She is calling millennials the burnout generation.
According to a new study, millennials say that the term snowflake is in fact harmful to their mental health.
Millennials hate this shit. They hate it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Millennial Malarkey. My name's Adam.
I'm Alec.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Jesse.
How are we doing today?
Swell.
Swellular. I got my...
Swellulose.
Jesse, how are you doing? Jesse, are you alive?
I said something. Did you not hear me say swellulose?
Oh, swellulose. No, I heard you say something, but didn't hear what it was.
Oh, no, I'm here.
I don't even think that's a thing.
No, it's
Jesse
not.
is probably too focused on this new corgi he's going to get.
Oh, boy. No, it's not. I don't know.
It's not a corgi. It's the god dog of thunder.
That's right. For those of you who don't know anything
Jesse.
we're talking about, because just started a podcast. Before we got on, I mentioned the fact that I'm considering adopting a very cute dog who is a corgi, and his name is Thor, who Andrew immediately pointed out should have been named Thorgi because it works much better. Also, I think there's something about dogs where their names, if they end in Y, they're more responsive to it or something. So I think that Thorgi is not, it's like an I ending, but it's the E sound.
I.
Same syllable.
I think it's the syllable
maybe.
effect, the E.
You know what they say about dogs whose names end with an I, right?
What?
They're pretty easy.
What?
Wait,
This
what?
was a joke that Andrew was doing a while ago. Like, I was in Nashville visiting him, and I would just say stuff like it doesn't even matter what, and he'd be like,
"Oh,
"Well,
no,
you know what
that
they say
wasn't one
about
of
this."
those. That wasn't one of those. Although, shoot, I do need to get going on that trade. Like, I thought, isn't that a thing about like I'm not saying I agree with it or that it's accurate, but like girls whose names end in an I are like maybe slightly more promiscuous or whatever. So I was just saying the same thing about dogs whose names end with an I. Very
Wait,
easy.
like Brandy?
She's a fine girl.
Like you could kind of draw some conclusions.
What a
or
good
make some
wife she would
assumptions
make.
off of that.
Right,
Yeah.
or maybe
Thank you, Alec.
Jancy?
No, that's two E's. That's totally different situation.
You'll probably listen to this podcast.
Also, Adam, it is really screwing with me that your video is still on. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Yeah. Fix your
is.
video.
Got it.
There we go. I didn't want to see that.
It's just a
Sorry
lot more
about that.
comforting when we can't see his face.
I know, right? I see enough of that in my dreams. Don't need to see it right
Oh
now.
boy, that's a line.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord.
But anyway,
so...
Jesse, when are you getting the corgi?
I don't. Adam had a thing. We'll go back to you, Adam. Remember what you're thinking about.
Okay.
I don't know. I have an apartment. I don't have a yard. I'd have to take it on walks somewhere else. So, I mean, I live on basically the outside of a highway. And so that, like, the apartment complex is just kind of, it's rural, but it's off like a highway road that travels by. And so there's not really any yard or anything for the dog to run around in. There's a dog park in the town that I live in, but it's pretty far away. And I could just augment my gym schedule to where I walk the dog as part of my gym schedule. But there's a lot of negatives. The only positives are the fact that the dog's adorable. It's relatively cheap for the dog that it is. And
how old is Thor?
He is 4 months old. So he is past the puppy stage in terms of like...
That's good.
And he's still a puppy, but in terms of like the super attention needing for like the first couple weeks, like the first, 6 weeks of it having a dog, it's just like having a baby. It's constant attention, body training and everything.
Yeah, as you guys know, my brother got a dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, absolutely adorable. I think he's 8 weeks old right now.
Wow.
Still not potty trained? Yeah, I know, right? Absolutely freaking adorable. But I was talking to my mom. Hi, Mom. The other day.
Hi, Mom.
And so,
She's my mom, too.
Yeah, I know. So they took the dog on a walk, up the street, and he peed like 7 or 8 times.
Such a good boy.
Been there.
Yeah, I know. And then took him inside, and I was talking to her as soon as she got home from the walk. And maybe 5 minutes later, the dog had peed and pooped in the house.
Nice. He peed and pooped
Yeah.
up there 7 or 8 times, and went home and peed or pooped 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
What a good boy. Did you tell him good job for peeing and pooping in the house?
No, it's a bad boy. Not in the house.
Oh, there's only good boys.
No,
good girls.
That was a bad boy. That was a bad boy move.
There are good boys that make mistakes.
Oh, they're okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll accept that.
Don't forget Adam's
Fair
a
enough.
cat person, so he's more inclined to jump on the bad boy train, which is the wrong train. So
Also true. Yeah, you don't need to take care of cats. Cats don't need to walk.
Well, except for when it's just, I don't know, got the cat flu, and then it's puking everywhere. Like your cat.
Dude, I
had.
felt really bad for my cat when he got the cat flu. He just did not function. Period. You thought he was in his death throes.
Well, he is.
Don't all cats have AIDS or whatever?
Yeah, that was a thing.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so my girlfriend, she has 2 cats. So she got her first one when she moved out to Virginia to start the graduate program with me, right? So this one's name is Manny.
Manny, nice.
Like the mammoth
name.
from Ice Age.
Yeah, so Manny, she got Manny at a shelter. He's, I don't know how, he's a few years old.
Is he
wasn't a
voiced by
kitten when
Ray
she got
Romano?
him.
Is he voiced by Ray Romano, like Ice Age?
Quite possibly.
It's meow. I don't know what Ray Romano sounds like, but
Not that I
Kind
know
of nasally.
Meow. Has anybody seen my lasagna? Meow. Sorry, wrong thing. That's
My
Garfield.
lasagna. Anyway, so she had this cat for a year, and then year passes, we graduate our program, and her mom takes her to get another cat. This one being much younger. This one is a kitten. His name is Maestro, or Maestro. Which
it's
I don't know if you
Maestro,
guys know
is that
Spanish,
spelled
but that
the
means
Latin
teacher.
way, or is it spelled like mice, like what cats eat?
That's a very good question.
They should
I
have
do not
spelled
know.
it like MICETRO.
We're on a roll
opportunity, if
tonight with
anything.
naming pets with the Thorgi thing. This is great.
I should just be in charge of naming everyone's pets. That would be my career. I would be a pet naming consultant.
Yeah. So anyway, so she gets this other kitten, and Manny at this point has calmed down. He's just a chill cat, what cats do, and of course Maestro is running all around, being a kitten, really rambunctious and all that. And all of a sudden, Manny's eyes had just tearing up, and I think they were swelling up and spewing out mucus like none other.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. And he was just really down in the dumps. You could just tell with how he carried himself. So she took him to the vet, and the vet was like, "Oh, all cats basically have HIV, and that whenever they get really stressed, the HIV, comes out and blah blah blah, right?"
That's weird.
So, yeah, the vet had thought that the stress had brought these symptoms out from the new kitten.
So cats are basically like the Hulk, except instead of when they get stressed turning into monstrous, ripped beasts, they just get AIDS and start to die.
I mean, yes, I think. I don't know. At least that's what that vet said.
That's a superhero I think we need to look into creating, but
yeah, so I don't know how true that is, but that's what I guess he and or she, the vet said. Fact check me. Hit me up at Twitter at MLL Malarkey. If you're a vet.
Plugging it now in case we forget.
I think
I
you
will
missed an eye
forget.
in
That
there.
is a fact. So anyway, I meant to tell you guys. So this past weekend, I went out to St. Louis to see the Capitals and Blues
Who
hockey
won?
game. The Blues did. It was kind of sad. But it's preseason,
Blues.
so no one cares. Nah. Go Caps. Anyway.
Go Caps.
So I
Y'all
had
dumb.
an absolutely wonderful time with my siblings. And I actually think we're going to make this a year-round thing. And I believe my sister's going to pay for everybody's tickets to go to Toronto next
So
year.
wait.
Thanks, Owen.
Wait. You were in St. Louis this weekend.
Yes.
I was in St. Louis this weekend.
Wait, were you?
I really was. Yeah, I was at my sister's house hanging doors in her the frames of her like house that she bought.
Oh, she bought a house. Cool.
She bought a house like 7 or 8 months ago.
Dang it, we should have met up.
And she's
Oh, well.
just now getting doors.
Well, no. No, like she's
Black
had
much.
the house had doors, but she decided that like when she went in, she's like, I want to change or I want to refinish the floor, fill and resand and refinish the floors because they're wood floors. And so we didn't work on doors or anything. We just ripped all the doors and door frames out and then like went literally through the entire house and then like screwed in like silent screws, or like they pull the floorboard and the joist that the floor sits on, they pull them together so that they don't squeak. And
Like the floorboard or the subfloor?
so there's in this case, there is no subfloor because the house is old, which is
Ooh.
weird. Yeah. So
Interesting.
Well, okay, take it back. There is a subfloor, but it's very thin, and it like you're drilling in the wood planks that are the wood flooring into the joists that are the floor joists that you can see and measure where they are from the basement.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so you should have the joist, and then on top of the joist should be a layer of like of plywood. Basically.
Plywood or something, sure. But we're going through that, and we're
the-
bringing it together in terms of bringing the joist to the wood flooring to tighten everything up so it doesn't squeak. Because like I'm a big guy, but like there are parts where anybody would walk around that house and they would squeak, and it was good to have me there because like I would go around and I literally just kind of took a step, hopped up and down, took a step, hop up and down, and like looked for the really bad squeaks. And so she doesn't have
Interesting.
doors because for the first little bit, you know, before she moved her furniture or anything else in, she had to get the floors done. And so we worked on that for like 2 weekends in a row, and then got everything done. And then she did a little bit of painting and she moved her stuff in. And honestly, the house, besides the fact that you can see the busted out door frames where we took them out, it still looks like a normal house, but it's just kind of a project. It's her first house, so she has stuff that she's got to work on. And she's had other stuff done since she's bought it. Like they had like an extension put on the house, and there was a window that they took out and filled in, but they did a really bad job. And so she paid somebody to come out and like demo basically a wall and reinstall a wall to make it look nice.
Cool.
Yeah, and so now she can finally paint this room, and now that she has doors in those rooms, then she can put trim up, and then she can trim that room. And like she can just start the whole process. She's really not that far. All it needs is a coat of paint in a couple rooms. I have to install
A little bit of TLC.
Yeah, a little bit of TLC. I have to install a couple more doors, and they're pre-hung doors, so like it's not terrible. But I found out this week how bad hanging doors is. It's absolutely awful. It's just bad. And so my dad.
Oh yeah, everything has to be square.
Everything has to be square, flush, and plumb. Like it has to lean back and forth, like on all 3 axes, basically. And then I have a door currently, and this drove me up a wall. The door will close like it's supposed to. Yeah. The door. I made another one as soon as I installed the 3rd door. I was like, all right, 3 doors down. Because the band. And so.
Oh.
I know it's bad. Okay, anyhow, so we
band.
installed this door. It will swing closed, but it has like this little locking mechanism that it comes with to basically, when you're moving it around, have the door not swing out on you and like throw you off balance or whatever. And on the other 2 doors that I installed, that will close. On this one, it will not. When you take the level to it, it's level, it's flush, and it's plumb. If you, on both sides, like the hinge side and what they call the striker side, which is the side that the door clicks into to hold. And then the top of the door frame, you measure that to see if that's level, and that's level. And so I don't know, like everything is perfectly fine in this like door, but it won't close right. So we're just going to try to put a doorknob in it and see if it closes. And if it closes, we're not going to worry about it. But Andrew, why are you laughing?
Just keep going.
Why are you laughing?
Just keep going. It's fine.
Okay, clearly not appropriate for the podcast.
No, it's fine. But yeah, just keep going. You're good.
All right. Well, point being, it's just a lot more than I thought. So I thought about I started looking for houses in the town where I live. It's like, well, if I'm going to put all this effort into a house that's not mine, and really just get
you better get paid
no
for
offense,
it.
sister, but like she bought my food and everything while I was up there, and I had a place to stay for the night. But, I mean,
that's nice.
So I'm getting paid in a different way. But like, if I'm going to put all this effort into a house, I thought, well, why not just look for a house to sit here and as like a tiny project, not a huge house, but like a tiny, like 1 or 2 bedroom house. Just see if I can work on it myself here during my spare time and like have something to put my stress from grad school into, since I'm signing on for a little bit longer here.
Well, and hey, you know what comes with most houses?
Spiders.
I don't know what that is, but yards.
Spiders?
And
you don't know what spiders are?
In the yard? What are?
Spiders. I said spiders.
Oh, spiders. I thought you said writers. I was like, I don't know.
No, spiders.
Got you. No, yards. And you know what you can put in the yard?
Thorgi.
Yeah, which I assume would spell T's and not an I. But
yes.
Yeah, I think you should do that. You should get a house, revamp it to get some stress out, and then ultimately just move in there and get a corgi.
Get a house.
I have never heard better logic.
Get a house to buy a corgi.
I've heard Rolla, Missouri is basically like the next Nashville in the music scene, so I might just come out there and live with you and your corgi.
I can guarantee you that's not true. And I would not ever recommend you go here. I think his name is Jim Crow. Let me look it up here on the internet really quick.
That's a
it's
racist
not Jim
thing,
Crow.
I'm pretty sure.
That's like
those are the laws.
We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
What?
What you think about Jesse?
No, there's a comedian's name. It's Jim something.
Jim Gaffigan?
But it's like Jim. All comedians stand up. I don't know.
Jim Crow is something way different.
What is Jim Crow? What am I thinking of?
The Jim Crow laws?
Oh my God, no. I know. No. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is actually kind of reminding me of a time when we all went and played. I won't go into detail about it because it might not be too appropriate. But do you remember certain Cards Against Humanity game that we played at Alex's house?
Stop. Nope. Say no more.
Yep.
I won't say anymore. I just want you all to remember
Don't say
that.
anymore. Yeah.
It was a good
Thank
time.
you.
I haven't played that game in so long. Like, I haven't played it since I left college. And even when I was in college, I didn't play it for like a few years before I left.
Dude, I kind of feel like it was fun in high school. And then like once I got to college, I was like, this will be great. Because like I don't have to worry about being quiet, and worrying about like my family hearing me say these inappropriate words. But then it's just like, this is just like not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what is really fun? Whenever I was in college, the way I played it was everybody gets like, drunk and alcohol involved. And then you take the black cards and you play charades with them.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's an idea. That could get very bad very quickly, though, because there is some racist stuff in there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it's all fun and games. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys played What Do You Meme?
I actually have that game.
I have not, but
yeah,
I've heard
isn't that
not.
great?
Yeah. My sister
is
gave
it?
it to me for my birthday one year. Thanks.
Shout
It's
out
kind
to
of like
Lauren.
Cards.
Well, look.
I know,
Yeah, it's
right?
kind of like Cards Against Humanity, except the black card, if you will, is like a meme. It's literally just a big picture of some meme, and then everyone gets the little white cards, and they all are like captions you would see on memes, like when blah 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 happens, or like when
that's
he
pretty
doesn't
neat.
text you back, or like when you get all ready and your friends cancel on you, something like that. And so you have to like choose the white card that best fits the picture.
Yeah.
It's a really fun game.
That actually sounds
Yeah,
pretty
there's
Not a
some
sponsor.
throwback memes. Bad Luck Brian's in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty old,
I'm not really a meme guy myself. Basically, the only ones that I see are the ones that pop up on my, my school meme page. And even now, like most of them are just football related, so I find those funny. But other than that, I'm not really a meme guy. But that game does sound pretty cool. So,
Well,
Yeah,
next
well,
time,
Adam, if
next
you
time
have
we're all
it-
together.
Yeah.
what do you
Absolutely.
mean? That was a song.
Good song.
Who is that?
Good
Oh, that's
song.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, go J Biebs.
Anyway, shout out.
Big loop around. I was in St. Louis at the same time as my boy Juice Boy.
Beautiful segue.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, so we were there and we went to the Anheuser-Busch factory there in St. Louis.
Some
Anybody
friends
been?
who have worked there.
Nope.
I've never been.
Nope.
Next time you're in St. Louis, definitely go. Tons and tons of fun. Really cool place to go.
Is it
Wait,
rolls
I
of
think I
fun?
have been there. I can't remember.
Oh,
It-
well, you probably haven't been there when you can drink, and that's when it's fun.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, so we did this thing called the Day Fresh Tour. It's like an hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half, something like that. $11, absolutely worth it. You get 2 drinks in the middle of the tour. You get to walk away with a bottle of Day Fresh beer, as well as you get a free drink in their beer garden.
Okay,
for
wait, what is
$11.
a beer garden?
It's like a garden, and you plant your beer.
Oh, and that's where the beer trees come from?
Yeah,
I knew it. Okay, that makes sense.
pretty much. Anyway, so hopefully maybe a PBR can, sprout into some strong IPA.
I wouldn't know what that means, but
Okay.
every time I
Well,
see
for the-
PBR, I think it means professional bull riding, and then I remember that it's a beer.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Anyway, so we went to the Anheuser-Busch factory where they make beer. It was the first one in the this is like the first Anheuser-Busch factory in the United States, and actually ever, I believe. We got to see the horses, and actually, they have over 150 Clydesdales.
I did not know that.
Yeah, actually, there's a farm somewhere in Missouri where they keep most of them. But I guess there's like 2 teams with 2 wagons that are like on like permanent tour, doing promotional stuff around the United States. So one of the first places we went was the aging cellar, and Bud Light
Did you
and
get any
Budweiser
older?
actually aged. What?
Did you get any older?
No, I did not. Well, I guess in the cellar I got like the 5 minutes older.
Oh my
Everything.
God, it works.
Anyway, so there's these absolutely enormous tanks where they age the beer for 21 days with beech wood, which is the same wood that they make popsicle sticks out of. They're absolutely ginormous. They're probably like 30 feet tall and go 90 foot back. And in the room that we were in, we could see probably like 8 of these, like absolutely enormous. Anyway, so these tanks could hold 3.1 million cans of beer. That's a lot of beer.
Yes.
So, in order to finish one tank by yourself, you would need to drink 1 beer every hour. So, 24 beers a day for, I think it was like 300 or 350 years. Yeah. Absolutely enormous. And
Sounds like a fun weekend.
Yeah. This wasn't the only tank they had. I think they said they had like 300 of these tanks on their campus or whatever. It was just the one thing that blew my mind on the tour was like how large their operation was and how much beer they make. It was just absolutely, the scale is absolutely ridiculous.
Have you guys been to the Boulevard tour?
That is one I have not been to.
We should go. It's fun.
We should. I have been, when I was in Germany, we went on this tour, a brewery called like Neutzweller or something like that. It was like
Sounds
this
German.
old, it was like this old monk abbey, started in like 1200 or something like that, brewing beer.
Nice.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool.
We could do and also should do, because some of us don't really like alcohol, is get
The Chateau Farms.
Yes, thank you. Get some chalky milk at Chateau. I mean, you know me and how I don't like to give any kind of credit to any semblance of culture from Kansas City. But man, if I don't miss Chateau Farms on the daily out here. Actually, wait, I've never been to the farms themselves, but the milk from Chateau Farms, excuse me.
The products.
Yeah. Specifically the chocolate milk. I mean, the other milk I'm sure is pretty good, but I've only had the chocolate and the plain. The plain to me is, just kind of regular milk, but that chocolate milk, man, and those iconic glass bottles.
Chalky milk.
Chalky milk. I actually thought about getting some chocolate milk at the store today, but there were all those like plastic bottles, like Publix brand, and I'm just like, no. I'm desperate for some chocolate milk, but there's a standard, and that standard unfortunately has been set very high by the good folks at Chateau Farms. So,
dude, Chateau's like more like a milkshake.
It is. It's so. Dude, do you remember that one winter that you and I went and shoveled a few driveways or whatever, and we got a few chocolate milks and literally just like tossed them in the snow while we were working because the snow was just like keeping it cold?
Yeah.
I feel like that happened. Either that or it was a dream. Either way, it was a dream of sorts. Oh my God.
We'll make it happen again, Andrew.
Oh, please. And we need to actually go out to that farm and get some fresh from the teat chocolate milk.
Actually, weren't we supposed to go for Senior Skip Day?
I didn't participate in that because they said that if we did, we'd get in trouble, and I didn't want to get in trouble.
Did I participate in Senior Skip Day? I don't know. I don't remember.
I skipped so many days in senior year though, because there was just like one or two classes that I had in my schedule, like especially my second semester senior year, where it's like I was already in college and stuff, and it was just like, I won't name any names, but there's a particular teacher in general at our school that has a reputation for kind of being really tough and not being afraid to call students out and really grill them. I know, Adam, you had this teacher a couple times. I don't know that Alec or Jesse did. Super cool in the club that this teacher ran that Adam was the president of and I was nothing of because Adam beat me in the presidential race. Thank you, Adam.
Oh!
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now?
I think I do.
I am still in the dark.
It's okay. We'll tell you after the podcast.
Remember, I was president of the environmental club?
Yeah, but I don't remember the teacher. I wasn't in the environmental club.
Dude, you should have been.
You should have.
Saving the environment. Honestly, every meeting.
Who was it, Senior? It was like you, me, obviously, Siebel, Abdi, JD was
Obviously.
in there. Yeah. And like a couple other.
Melissa Dodds was actually part of it for a little bit too, which is fun. But so I had that teacher my second semester senior year, and I think it was like second block or whatever I had it, and I was just like, honestly, the amount of days I skipped or at least like took half days and like came in at third block just because I did not want to deal with that class, it was really high. Like my attendance is absolute garbage. But at the same time, I was like, I wasn't worried about my grade in that class or anything, and like I already made it into college. It's just like, you know what, I don't want to get like just like called on and like not
mentally beaten down.
Yeah, exactly. Like I hadn't cried in class, and it's like I don't want to break that no crying in class streak. So I just kind of stopped going.
I don't know how many people in my class cried.
I only know of one that did.
I think a handful did.
Yeah. Well, because actually my semester too was the semester that she kind of, I don't want to say like easied up a little bit, but like there were a couple of movie days and stuff like that in there, which like were totally unheard of before then. So I don't know, but
gotta love David Attenborough.
Dude, I may have mentioned this when it happened, but it was like a year ago, so I don't remember. But I ran into her at Q39 about a year ago because when I was looking,
you did mention that.
I did.
I think you did.
Oh, okay, yeah, because like it was literally the day before I flew out to Nashville to audition for the band. I ran into her at Q39, kind of getting my last like meal with my parents before I really started to look seriously at coming out here, and ran into her there. So that was kind of nice to close the loop. And she, I know we haven't said names on here, but like she's honestly a great person and loved being in the club with her, but definitely like as a teacher has a reputation. So
Oh no, she
Okay,
is hard in the paint.
Yeah.
Let me switch gears here, though, Andrew, because
Yeah.
you said that you don't like to talk about the culture of Kansas City, but you brought up Q39. So, as someone who lives in Tennessee, please vouch for the superiority of Kansas City barbecue.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, I've moved around a ton in my life because of my dad joining the military to pay for med school. So between all the moving for the military and then subsequent moving for medical school, stuff like that. What's that, Jesse?
Does Doc listen to the podcast?
No.
Oh, well, just in case. Hi,
Andrew,
Dad. It's me.
My dad.
I did talk. I talked to your mom about it for a while, though, Andrew.
Oh,
that
really?
day I was watching your dogs.
Oh, really?
Before I was watching your dogs, before she left, I went to pick up a key.
Yeah.
And we talked about, you a lot, of course, because we love to gossip. But
of course,
we talked about the podcast.
I'm sure it was nothing positive.
No, none of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to derail you, Andrew, but I just wanted to know.
No, you're good. But that's cool that you talked to my mom for a while about it, because I had called my mom to talk to her. I probably ask her for a recipe for something, honestly, and then you answered the phone, and I was so not expecting that. She's like, I don't know who I'm talking to right now. But no, but
you were so polite. It was such a different tone, because you answered, and I could tell that you went into this I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm gonna be as polite as possible.
I think I literally
is this my new dad?
I think my
no.
response was literally you were like, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, to whom am I speaking?
But without the sarcasm, it was so genuine and nice.
Yeah, thank you. I like to think that I'm a nice person when talking to strangers. Because normally I expect candy from them, and you have to be polite for that. But no, I don't know. With family stuff, I moved around a lot as a kid, and finally settled down in Kansas City in 5th grade, and that had been move number 7 or 8 or something like that for me. And so I don't know, just after doing that for so long, it's been hard. I'm from Kansas City, but I still don't feel sort of my identity doesn't belong to Kansas City. And I mean, you guys all know, but especially Adam, that I can't stand the Chiefs or the Royals. My sports teams go to the New England area because that's where I was born. But anyway, so I have a hard time.
I don't even want to get into that.
Of course you wouldn't, because you don't have 6, soon to be 7 rings to your name. But no,
nice,
so
boys.
I don't. All right, claws back in. I don't know. I don't integrate very well. So it's hard for me since I don't know. I have this whole weird thing with Kansas City, and I don't like giving him props for anything. But I was really excited as a barbecue enthusiast to move out to Nashville, because the barbecue in Kansas City is very good. And I've also had great barbecue in Texas and Virginia when I lived in Virginia, because that's close to the Carolinas. And so I was thinking, cool, Nashville will have all this great Memphis barbecue. And just about every barbecue I've had here, including some well-renowned, Nashville barbecue or whatever, that's come highly recommended from friends, has just been absolute garbage. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It does nothing to compare to Kansas City. I will say that I finally found a place here that I do really like. But even then, it's probably my 3rd favorite barbecue place overall. And it's called Edley's, by the way, Edley's Barbecue. And it comes in behind Oklahoma Joe's, Joe's Kansas City Barbecue now, and Q39 as my top 3 barbecue. But other than Edley's,
dude, you just can't beat a chicken Z-Man on toast.
Dude, no, you can't. And that started to catch on with people, the chicken route instead of the original Z-Man, which is good because I think it's way better. Although honestly, the original Z-Man's great. I want to try the pulled pork one at some time too. And also probably the portobello one, just so I feel like I can, have had all of them. But man, the Kansas City barbecue is the best barbecue on the planet, and don't at me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
fair enough.
That's that. I don't know about Rolla barbecue though, so.
Rolla barbecue it's all right. There's a place called Rady's Roadkill that you would think is really nasty, but it's a guy who built his own place kind of 3 miles off the beaten path, and he his barbecue is really good, and his barbecue just sits there and cooks all day, and you go have it, and he's only open certain days of the week. So when he's open, he's dedicated to what he's doing, and then other days he's doing his other side business. But It's great because you go in there and it's like actual, like really well cooked meat that like they take the time to do. It's not necessarily Kansas City style, but their sauces are kind of close to Kansas City style. A lot closer to that than it would be to Tennessee. Not St. Louis style. That's not a thing.
I agree with that.
St. Louis barbecue is not definitely not a
St. Louis
thing.
barbecue is a knockoff of Tennessee barbecue, which is not good. Oof.
Oof! Shots fired. Which, to be fair,
right,
is not uncommon in St. Louis.
While I'm going to be on this train with barbecue, we should also rep Smoke Box, not Smokehouse, in Kansas City. If you're ever in Kansas City and going to the airport, do yourself a favor. About 5-10 minutes before you get to the airport, there's a little shopping center. What is that place called where we had prom when we were in high school?
Wasn't that Embassy Suites?
Embassy Suites, but what's that little area where the Cracker Barrel is located? What's that called? Tiffany Springs. There's a little area called Tiffany Springs, and over there's a place called Smoke Box. Little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Best barbecue I've ever had in my life.
Okay, but what's your order there, Jesse?
It's a beef brisket and
ham is it?
On beef brisket on ham, or beef brisket and ham on a sandwich. And then they have their in-house barbecue sauce is just delicious.
Because I seem to remember a time where I had texted the group saying, "Hey, let's all go get chicken Z-Mans at Joe's," and you're like, "Nah, man, let's do Smoke Box." And then we were kind of debating that, and you were talking about how good their grilled cheese was. She's like, "No, we're not going to a restaurant because they have a good grilled cheese."
No, when I was little, I didn't eat a whole bunch of meat because I thought meat was gross when I was little. I didn't know how good it was.
Oh man!
And then so like that place would cook me a grilled cheese, and it had a really good grilled cheese. I forgot I had that.
Probably because it was infused with the flavor of meat.
Probably. It was just really good.
No,
they
okay,
had, like,
seriously,
really good steak
that's
fries.
that's like the plan in like Memphis barbecue. It's literally just like have some meat and then spray this like meat flavored water on it.
Yeah,
that's literally what they do.
Yeah.
Wait, in Memphis or in Nashville?
Well, it's like Memphis barbecue, isn't that the thing? It's not like Nashville barbecue.
Yeah, Memphis barbecue is like the one region that I have somehow not had.
Oh, I thought Memphis was like the famous one. Like you get Kansas City and Memphis. Those are like the two famous barbecue cities.
Too.
Well, there's a
Texas.
I was gonna say there's one in Texas, and then there's Louisiana, or is it Georgia or Louisiana?
I don't think it's
maybe it's
either,
Alabama.
Right?
It's one of the
I
three.
think it might
there's
be.
A whole nother area
Alabama maybe. Florida also a little bit, but not the Carolinas are I feel like the main ones are Texas, the Carolinas, Kansas City, and Memphis.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. Point for Nashville though. When we went there, Hattie B's, that was fantastic.
Dude, Hattie B's is great.
Chicken, not barbecue.
Prince's is great. Yeah, this is the hot chicken route. That's why I need all of you guys to come out and visit me, and we'll all throw down in my super bachelor patty apartment and just go and eat at a bunch of different hot chicken places all in a row.
Hot chicky.
Oh god.
So while we're on the topic of sandwiches, has anybody seen this video going around about what is it? The egg sandwich hack video?
No.
Not that I know of.
So basically they take eggs and they lay the eggs, or they scramble the eggs up and like lay the eggs down in like a big pan, and then they dip and like they butter one side of a piece of bread, lay it down in a pan, butter another side of the piece of bread, and butter side up they like have this bread basically in the whatever,
yeah,
like in the egg, and then they basically fold the sandwich, or I'm sorry, fold the eggs up onto the sandwich, fold it over, and like make like a, I don't know, like a folded egg, folded scrambled egg, like.
It's like half sandwich, half omelet.
Yeah, I don't want to call it an omelet, but it's like wrapped over on itself, and then they put the other sandwich or the other bread piece on the top of it, and it just like basically in like 5 seconds you have yourself an egg sandwich, and it looks so good. I don't have a dish big enough to try it though, so I'm gonna have to use tinier pieces of bread.
Can't you just 3D print one?
I don't have a 3D printer.
Yeah, fair enough. That would do it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, plastic totally cooks on stoves well.
Oh yeah. Adam.
So, last thing on sandwiches before we get to the last question, but I just had to throw my hat into the race. I throw my hat
I
out
had to
anyway.
throw
Into
your
the ring?
sandwich into the picnic basket.
The Grand Falloon in the Plaza, Country Club Plaza, they have a grilled cheese brisket
Ooh.
sandwich, and it's more on the brisket than cheese.
I don't know who that was or what they said, but I'm a little scared right now.
It was me, and I
Yeah,
said, "You have
I think
my
that might have been
attention."
Jesse, but it came through super robotic-y.
Sorry, you have my attention.
Very good.
Grilled cheese beef brisket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
that just
It
sounds
is
wonderful.
Very good.
It's called the
Where'd
Grand
you say
that's
Falloon.
from?
Yeah, Grand Falloon and the Plaza.
Is the Plaza is the one with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of other stuff too, though.
I'm only there for the Cheesecake Factory, and then also H&M.
Lights, the Apple store. Not that you need an apple, but
There's an Apple store there.
yeah.
There's an Apple store everywhere.
What?
Anyway, yeah, just if you're in Kansas City, Grand Falloon, barbecue, brisket, grilled cheese, and it's like a lot of cheese, a lot of brisket, and it's a lot of good.
That's all you
Anyway.
need in life.
I know, right? Anyway, Alec, coming in hot.
Okay.
Ready? Would
Let's
you
hear it.
rather your only mode of transportation be a donkey or a giraffe?
Oh, easy.
Dude, yeah, giraffe.
How are you going to feed a giraffe?
With like leaves and stuff.
With a
I don't know, I'll
ladder,
Google
dummy.
what they
Ooh.
eat.
You're
I'll
gonna
just
have like
Google what giraffes eat.
your trees around your house are gonna look really weird. Like the tops of them will be all eaten out.
I think you're missing the point though. Like anyone can ride a donkey, but no one gets to ride a giraffe. It's
Except
more of a
apparently
status
you.
thing.
Oh, okay. Jesse, donkey or giraffe?
Okay, well, knowing a little bit of information about giraffes and human beings are
you
the
got an
only
expert.
two
Oh my
animals on this planet that can kill themselves by falling from their standing height. So if a human or a giraffe just like stands there and like leans forward and just does like resist every instinctive urge to correct itself and hits the ground, like, and we're talking adult humans, babies are squishy, they survive.
Babies bounce.
Yeah, they do because they're not.
Don't
solid
try that at
bones.
home.
Yeah, they're all tiny little
Or
pieces of
do?
bones.
Question
Anyhow,
mark.
so
Yeah,
like,
don't
if the-
don't dribble your baby.
yeah, don't dribble your baby. But anyhow, if humans and giraffes fall straight over, they die. So y'all ever played Red Dead Redemption 2? Y'all have seen how like much those horses trip over rocks.
Wait. You're saying humans do too?
Humans and giraffes like fall if they fall from their standing height can kill themselves.
Well,
Oh my god, could you imagine
Whoa.
riding a giraffe and then a human falling from that giraffe's height? Ugh.
Well, yeah, okay,
And-
but point being, if like the giraffe is falling, you may survive, but like the giraffe is probably going to break its neck because it's going to trip over everything. Not to mention, giraffes don't run very fast. If you have a donkey, like
I'm gonna
you can
fact
giddy
check
up
that.
in your yeehaw a little bit faster and get someplace. Now you're going to have to work on it, but like he's also going to be good for pulling stuff. So
I would like to put it out there that a giraffe's maximum speed is 37 miles per hour,
there's
Whereas
no way that's
whereas
true.
a donkey's maximum speed is 43 miles per hour.
Ooh.
I told you they had to giddy up in their yeehaw.
The point is, you're gonna have to slow them down in a school zone.
You have to slow a
Joke's
giraffe
on
down
them.
too.
He can't go in a school zone anyways.
Anyhow, I think the giraffe's going to be more clumsy. I'll take something a little lower to the ground. It'll hold better in the tight corners. Catch me drifting my
At
donkey.
43 miles an hour.
Yeah. Andrew,
Yeah,
donkey or giraffe?
I'm totally going donkey. If anything, like Alec, how are you gonna get on the giraffe? Like you're not that tall.
Wow.
Okay,
I didn't mean
shots
to be
fired.
attacked about it.
I mean, you're a tall boy. I'll give you that. But like, giraffes are what, like 50 feet tall or something?
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't
maybe
think they're
100.
that tall.
I mean,
How many hands?
but
I thought
the distance from like where your legs meet to your the distance from your ground to your waist isn't like 50 feet tall though. Like I don't even understand how you'd mount one unless you had like a ladder.
Well, I
Or
mean,
a
yeah, I could get a
helicopter.
ladder
You
as
could have
like
a
a little
helicopter
like
drop you
tiny
on it.
staircase.
Elevator?
Escalator?
You could get an airplane.
Yeah, but at that point you've got an airplane. That should be your method of travel.
But you're missing the point. The question said that it could be your only mode of transportation. So I guess you could use the airplane to get up there, but
You'd have to hang
that's
from
all
a
you can
string
use
to
it
do
for.
it because you couldn't be
I
on
mean,
the airplane.
I'm with you, Alec, where I'd rather own the giraffe for status, but I just think it's too impractical. And now knowing that donkeys are somehow faster than giraffes, I think I'll take the donkey, like easy.
I think they're more aerodynamic.
Fair
You
enough.
plebs.
They corner better, Alec.
Yeah, didn't you hear what I said? They corner better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adam, what do you think?
I'm
donkeys
going
can
donkey
drift.
too.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Yeah, his name's gonna be Bub.
Bub.
Well, you know what? This works out because if everyone else had a giraffe, then it wouldn't be as much of a status symbol now, would it?
Oh my god.
That you know what?
No,
That's
that is
true.
very true.
Who would you take in a fight though? 3 donkeys, or like if 3 donkeys were fighting a giraffe, who would you take in a fight?
A giraffe. Their
giraffes
skulls
can-
are deadly.
Dude, giraffes like are capable of kicking a lion to death. So
Whoa.
going
Oof.
with the giraffe.
I didn't know
Right.
that.
I think they do, man. I mean, they got long legs that they just start flailing around.
Also, giraffes are definitely 15 to 20 feet tall, not 50. I don't know distance.
I don't
It's
know
all
how many
good.
hands that is. But fun fact, giraffes fight with their heads.
Yeah, they got horns.
Got the
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
knuckles
aren't they
up there.
Look up
basically
a
just
video.
like mooses?
Nice.
I
I
guess.
mean, they're little nubby horns.
It's like if a deer and an apatosaurus had a kid, that's what a giraffe is.
An apatosaurus.
I don't even know what that is.
Bro,
Anyway.
do you even paleontology?
No, I do not.
Oh.
But do you know who does? Our Twitter. Hit us up at Mill Malarkey. That's at MILL Malarkey. And join us next week when we make clam chowder popsicles and then eat them for audio.
Oh.
Clam chowder popsicle ASMR.
Yep. See you next week.
Can mine not have clams in it?